I'm still not paying $12 for 3 fatalities in Mortal Kombat 1. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another Mortal Kombat 1 MK1 video because you guys do know that yesterday Omni-Man dropped to those who have the Combat Pack DLC, the premium edition of the game. Early access, if you will, and alongside the Omni-Man release, we got a huge patch update, like 20 gigs across all consoles, which gave us a bunch of new things to discover in the game's source code. And like you'd imagine, the Thanksgiving Fatality got leaked, and initially it was simply just the preview from the premium store in Mortal Kombat 1, the storefront that's going to have it in rotation around Thanksgiving time. It was just like the preview image, the PNG file. Well, that came from Redoink, and now this morning, via TheThiny, the full-fledged Fatality that we previewed in the preview images from the game store has now fully been revealed, and it's blowing up across all of social media. And today, I'll be showing it to you in a very small window via my Twitter page because I'm pretty sure YouTube's gonna nuke the video if I go full screen. So if you want to see the thing in full screen, I have it linked in the description down below to Thinny's channel. I think Shar also posted the Fatality on every character in the roster as well, like a giant compilation. So I'll have both of those videos linked down below if you want to check it out yourself. Along with that, courtesy of Interloko, we also got what appears to be a bunch of like used and unused holiday props and talisman effects for invasions mode. There's like a witch on a broom. There's a squirrel on a Roomba with the chainsaw wearing a Jason mask. I'm not making this up. Mortal Kombat has some really weird consumables for Mortal Kombat 1. Again, talisman for invasions mode. So got that for you guys today. If you're excited to see the Thanksgiving Fatality, take a second, drop a like on it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys my Twitter page where I'm definitely not showcasing this Fatality without it being filtered or edited and color corrected because, you know, why not? When in Rome, I might as well show it to you guys in a small box. This was something I said initially after seeing this again. Shout out to TheThiny because this thing is brutal. Everything we're seeing here, definitely from a video game YouTube, it is not a real human being stuffed with a turkey and then tossed off of their chair onto their back and then vomiting their insides out via a jump on their belly. It's a pretty brutal Fatality, honestly. It's a pretty brutal Fatality. I do think it's probably a lot better, in my opinion, than the Halloween one, because this one's just downright nasty and gross. Probably the grossest one in all of Mortal Kombat 1. The comedic value is just really not there. Stuffing your opponent with food, sides, and then hitting their belly, and then having the the insides, ricochet back and break your skull. It's like acidic vomit or something. Acidic vomit. I don't know. It's gross. So shout out to NetherRealm, I guess, for giving us Thanksgiving PTSD, I suppose. Yeah, it gets more and more gross the more I look at it. They did come out and mention that apparently it's missing a few Thanksgiving-themed props in the background as well. So for all I know, there's even more things that are going to be showcased when the full-fledged Fatality is officially released. But at this point in time, it's pretty much all we got to work with, and I do think it gets the point across. So worth noting, too, that the responses to the Fatality are hilarious. That is what happens when you overeat at Thanksgiving table. I know someone would upload Thanksgiving Fatality on all female characters. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a thing soon. People, when you tell grandma you're not hungry because you already ate before you came over. Thanks, I hate it. I'd get bored of this after the second time. Pass. Funny gif. Can we talk about the Sub-Zero announcer, though? Must cop. Was that Sub-Zero in the announcer? I couldn't tell. What's crazy is that everything MK is and always has been. That's the first legit time I was ever grossed out by a Fatality. It was pretty gross. Definitely not paying for that. WTF, NetherRealm. Welcome to the family, son. Vibes, honestly. $10. It's like 12. It'd be nice if we didn't have to pay for it. Poop. Need the announcer voice. Sub-Zero is such a great cook, but then uses it to finish Omni-Man. That's a funny one. Cooking with Sub-Zero. This won't be the only one. The Freddy gif. New longest fatal though, and holy fuck, that's a lot. WTF. I don't think that would happen to Omni-Man. Dude, I fucking love this. Holy shit. Yeah, it's actually a good fatality. Sheesh. 100 times better than the Halloween fiasco. Facts. This and the Boraicho one from MKX are the only two that grossed me out. That one was pretty brutal. Finally, he's getting a taste of something. I'm sorry, but this is a lot of bullshit. Boone can keep that shit. Gotta get that one. So yeah, it's kind of polarizing. People either love it, or they hate it, or they think it's really damn gross. Again, this is going to be the second fatality in the trio pack, which is going to launch, I guess, right now. If you buy it, you get all of the other two, I guess. I don't know how it's working. They did come out and mention if you bought the Halloween fatality, you'll get these next two ones for free. Don't know if you buy this one, if you get the other ones, or how that's working. I'd assume so. $12 for a 3-pack, it seems. I don't want to pay for it. You can pay for it if you want. Be my judge. People are saying that I'm kind of a hypocrite because I bought the Deadly Alliance skin for Sub-Zero, but I won't buy the fatality. But I feel like there's a difference between a skin and just a cinematic that I can watch on Twitter, YouTube, you feel me? So if you feel that way, I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I feel like you get a lot more for your money if it's a skin. Especially a skin that dates back to 2002 versus a fatality, which you've seen going back to Mortal Kombat, what? X11, where every time they were at it, they were free. So in my personal opinion, I don't think it's the same thing. If you want to call me a hypocrite for that, I feel you. I also don't think this is like a giant W having a 3-pack, a triple pack for 12 bucks. I honestly do think these should be free. And people are just like, stop being broke and just pay for the fatalities. And it's like, you're missing the principle and the point of this. This used to be free. It was never behind a paywall in a store that rotated several times a week trying to just make some extra money. Speaking of making some extra money, this weekend I should have a video breaking down my thoughts on the whole, you know, live service oriented games WB wants to continue to push, and how the game apparently has already sold 3 million in a month, and how it's gonna have support for a few years. I'll give you my thoughts on that sometime this weekend. But yeah, there you go, the Thanksgiving fatality via TheThiny. Like I mentioned, the full thing, full stream will be linked down below because we're just on X here, minding our own business. Definitely not showcasing anything right here at all whatsoever. And like I mentioned, this next video is coming from Interloko. New props for Invasion Season 2. We got a cat with fangs. Something at a pet cemetery wearing a witch's hat. Looking like they probably had some atomic, acidic Thanksgiving food, considering that the belly's completely decayed out. This is pretty wonky. I think some of these are already in the Invasions mode, but not all of them just yet. This one's probably the most random thing I've probably ever seen in a Mortal Kombat game. I'm assuming it's going to be for the Halloween mansion party Johnny's having. The chainsaw, Jason, mask-wielding, Roomba riding squirrel. And just a random Sauron eye. Onaga's eye in the grain of sand. Feels like that was just yesterday we were talking about that with Kenny Bomb. And we got a witch flying on a broomstick. Maybe it's the witch that flies across the moon on the pit. The pit confirmed. I'm being facetious and sarcastic here. She's got a really creepy face. Very creepy. It's also giving like MK, is it 11 Jade vibes when she had this skin. Some miscellaneous pumpkins and things of that sort. So again, the Halloween update is still in the files apparently, as far as I know, but it's not actually in the game, obviously. It doesn't mean it won't ever launch, but it's just sitting there in the background still, this Halloween update. And were these meant to be part of some type of Halloween mesa for Invasions, Johnny Cage's mansion? It seems like we'll never know, or if we do, it'll probably be for Halloween next year and not, well, this most recent year. So again, shout out to Interloko for piecing this together. A bunch of modifiers that are from the Invasions mode for your talisman and things of that sort, the consumables, if you will. But again, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. I just want to showcase the Thanksgiving fatality because it seems like a lot of you guys enjoyed me talking about it last time. This preview image via Merdoink from MK Warehouse. Well, we actually had the full thing leaked again, which really isn't surprising when you consider that the Switch had the same thing happen like a month and a half before the Halloween fatality went live in the store across the consoles. So again, if you think I'm a hypocrite because I bought the skin, I can kind of see your point, but I still feel like you get more value out of a fucking skin than a fatality cinematic. And if you think that we're over, you know, blown this out of proportion, I don't think we are. I think if we don't speak up and be vocal, things don't get changed. And I've seen some people mention that maybe the plan all along was like a triple pack for these fatalities for $12, and they knew they'd get a bad response, so they kind of already had this like in the back of their minds, like, oh, we'll just say it's 1 fatality for 12, and then when they complain, we'll say, oh, it's actually 3 for 12, and then they can kind of see how we're listening to feedback, when initially they just knew all along that they were going to take our money regardless. I've seen people try to push that idea out there, which I wouldn't be too shocked if that's the case, because this is Warner Brothers, but regardless, there is the Thanksgiving fatality, buy it if you will. It's cooler than the other one, but I'm gonna just speak with my wallet and stick to what's in the game, because, you know, I don't think this is a good thing for Mortal Kombat. I think the writing's on the wall, and I only feel like it's gonna get worse. But at least we'll get probably Deception, Molina, and Sub-Zero again for $10. At a cost. At a cost, the classic skins we've always wanted. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, take a second, drop a like on it. Go check out the videos I have linked below for the full thing, full screen. Again, shout out to everybody who data mined Mortal Kombat 1 doing the Elder Gods work. I love you guys. Hopefully you're having a great weekend this Friday night. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
On it crack, but I'm not superstitious. Count all these racks, I'll be steady, count on my